What's up, everybody? Christian James here. Today's video, the WNBA should be paid the same as the NBA. Let's go.
Or maybe perhaps a better question is, do you think overall men are more privileged than are women? Go ahead.
I don't want to start anything. I feel like...
Do it. Start it.
Yes.
Start it.
I feel like yes. When it comes to sports, when it comes to employment, wage, everything to do with that. Okay. Maybe not everything, okay?
Okay, what do you mean by
But
sports?
definitely sports. Like, in terms of like WNBA and NBA, everybody chooses to watch NBA. Yes.
What?
Because WNBA is boring, I get it. But still, they should be paid the same amount, I feel like. Training is hard.
Okay, so you think the WNBA should be paid the same amount as the NBA?
I feel like...
The players?
I feel like not the same, just because...
What you just said,
well,
hold on, you just said...
Not the same, but definitely more, for sure.
They should be paid more.
Yes.
Okay, I want to go around the table really quick on that specific thing. Yes or no, do you think the WNBA, the Women's National Basketball Association, should be paid the same as the NBA, the men's league?
I don't watch that a lot, but...
Yes, just yes or no.
No.
Ensley?
No. I did with my dad, but that's it.
You'd what?
Like once.
No. Do you think that the WNBA should be paid the same as the NBA?
Yeah.
So the women's team
Yeah.
compared to the men's teams?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, I'll get into that, but go ahead.
No.
Kitty?
I do know that the NBA obviously brings in more revenue, and so it does
Yeah.
make sense that they're getting paid more, but I do think that the gap is way too big. So I do
Yeah.
think that the WNBA should be paid more, maybe not equal, depending on how much money they're bringing in.
Like, I've seen these women train.
Okay, I want to ask one question before I let the guys chime in.
Absolutely not. The WNBA doesn't make any money ever over 25 years. It's always a net loss for the NBA. The idea, because they're trying hard, they should be paid the same as men. I know who Brittany Griner is. I think is that her name? It was that the girl who was in Russia and got traded for the arms dealer, Brittany Griner. Maybe I'll confirm after I'm done with the video. But how many NBA players can I name since I was a little kid? A lot. Right? I'm 41 years old. I've watched Jordan. I've watched Iverson, I've watched Shaq, I've watched Bird, I've watched Magic, I've watched LeBron, I've watched Reggie Miller, Kembe Mutombo, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, John Stockton, Steve Nash. I can't think of a single female I've ever watched. And it's not that girls are bad at sports. It's just they're not nearly as good as the men, especially when it comes to basketball. You can't tell me that watching Jordan go one-on-one with Iverson or LeBron versus Kobe is not 10 times more exciting than anything the WNBA has ever done and plausibly could ever do. So absolutely not. They do not deserve to be paid the same. Again, it's not that the girls are not good. They're just not nearly as good as the men. But as far as, the attributes they have for as good as they can physically get, they're fantastic. But they have genetic limits, just like men do. Like, for example, men are stronger than women. Men will never be as strong as a silverback gorilla. There's just genetic limits that we all have.
I want you to name one WNBA player.
Haley Jones.
None.
Nobody?
It's probably a Michelle.
I don't even know
Brittany
Haley
Griner.
Jones.
Yeah.
Okay. Besides the one that's in fucking Russia.
Yeah.
Okay, so your guys' answers, do you guys think that the WNBA, the women players should be paid as much as the men?
No, just because, like she said, the NBA brings in more revenue just based on like watch time and the level. I mean, like the size of the events they put on and everything like that. But yeah.
I would say no, just like Majestic stated. It's like all about revenue. It's like who's watching. You can't really pay people multi-million-dollar contracts if revenue's not coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And Sue Bird, that's the only one I know, Sue Bird.
But can I add something? It's also like a cycle of obviously you're not gonna bring in more money if people aren't watching. Like it's kind of like you're just trapped. I don't know how we would even get out, or they would get out of that.
I think at that point it goes to the entertainment. Like the NBA, it's like you can see a dunk how many times over and over again in the NBA. And I think, like, I'm not even trying to bring it here, but like I think there's less than like 20 recorded dunks in the WNBA. So it's like if you go to see one movie that's super boring versus everyone goes to see the movie that's popular, that's, you know, it's got a lot of reviews. It's like kind of that type of thing where it's like I feel like the level of play might need to be brought up in the WNBA. Maybe, you know, same thing as the NBA. Like the NBA is changing, just like the NBA nowadays is not played like the NBA of the 80s or the, you know, the 70s. You know, you have athletes who are way bigger who are playing at the same level as the skill guys were playing. So I think that's another thing that's going to have to, you know, come along, is like maybe the skill level, or not just skill level, but just the entertainment aspect of it. Maybe they got to play faster, quicker, just like every other sport. Everyone wants to see quicker and faster and bigger. I don't know.
Did you want to respond to him, or?
Like in terms of like refs too, like there's more women like refs now, and then people like on the board like actually speaking. So it's really cool to see like females, really, I don't know, coming into like that employment and like that space, which is normally like very male based. Same with football as well.
So, okay, so I mean, the fact of the matter is that the NBA subsidizes the WNBA. There's nothing preventing women from going to the games, buying the jerseys, watching the WNBA when it's televised. The fact of the matter is it's just not as entertaining as the NBA. And they're just, if I'm going to get called sexist, but the fact of the matter is that there's a male physical advantage. It's, sorry guys, we have a motorcycle passing by. So men can jump higher, men can run faster. So I suspect it's more exciting to watch the NBA. I don't really watch it, but there's not a demand for the WNBA. And the fact of the matter is the NBA is subsidizing. The WNBA operates at a loss. So, I mean, how far can we take this argument though? Should we be subsidizing male strippers? Because I don't think there's any male strippers out there really. So what about male models? Their opportunity to make money is dwarfed by the money that male or women models make, and there's all kinds of discrepancies. I mean, and it's interesting though that you bring in that there should be more women on the boards of these companies. Well, you don't often hear women saying that there should be more iron workers. I don't know if you guys know what iron workers are, but they're basically the men that scale the skyscrapers and build the buildings. I think it's about 98% of men in those jobs. You don't often hear people saying we need more women in undesirable jobs. You guys just want the comfortable, air-conditioned office jobs. Okay, I think I've thoroughly triggered everyone. Okay, so I don't know how we got onto the WNBA. What was the initial question?
It was male privilege or something like that.
Oh, we were talking about male privilege.
All right, folks, that's the end of that clip. I thought it was going somewhere. Clearly, it wasn't going nowhere. There was no debate. There was no argument. But in reality, there really isn't. You have LeBron, you have Jordan, you have Kobe, you have Shaq, and on the other side, you have the women they named, and it was Brittany Griner. Look, ladies, if you want the WNBA players to make more money, it's very simple. Buy tickets, even if you don't show up. The tickets are already sold. Turn on your TV to the WNBA game and walk the hell out of the room. Go on your streaming service, turn it on your computer, walk the hell out of the room. That's all you have to do. That's how Nielsen ratings work. That's how streaming ratings work. They can't see you sitting there, but if it's on, the assumption is you're there watching it, which there goes ad revenue, because at the end of the day, here's the amount of people watching, here's the proof, here's how much money we can offer you for ad revenue, boom. And then again, if you buy the tickets, don't even attend the game, the attendance is theoretically up because you sold the ticket. So even if the seat is empty, the ticket is sold, boom. And that's how the ladies make more money. Buy their jerseys, all that stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, tell me I'm right, tell me I'm wrong, tell me the hell you want, tell me if you still watch the NBA, tell me if you ever watched the WNBA. Just tell me something in the comment section. I'm out.